The story begins on Earth 654, where we see this world's Eddie Brock, who still worked at the Daily Bugle, getting ready for one of the most important interviews of his life. The interview would be with the President of the United States, who in this timeline just so happened to be a familiar face from Peter Parker's childhood, his former bully, and former war veteran Eugene Flash Thompson. Preparing for a specialized Independence Day message, Brock noticed distraction on the president's face and asked just what was bothering him. As President Thompson looked through his window at the excited crowd, Brock asked if he was nervous, where the man revealed that it wasn't quite that, and then began to reflect on his road to the presidency, a journey that most people thought he could not win. He then alluded to his dark past during his youth and after the war. By all accounts, he should have ended up a nobody. However, it wasn't until one night in Chelsea, New York, that Thompson discovered a sign, his calling of the mark he was meant to leave on this world, with Brock revealing that he too was familiar with this church. As the president then left his office and went to greet his fellow Americans, we see just what he had discovered that night. While some may think it may have been a walk with the Lord, we then see it was something far darker. As President Thompson approached the podium, he was then enveloped in a dark, slimy casing, revealing himself to the American people as this world's Venom. At first confused, the crowd's curiosity quickly turned to savage joy as they began to shout "God bless America" at the sight of their powerful leader. Reveling in his admiration, Flash too joined the people in this chant, ushering in a new alien era of his presidency. Stepping back into his office, Flash was greeted by Eddie, who told the president he was proud of him showing his true self and that this would make for an incredible story in the Bugle. A relieved Flash then told the man this was the best thing he ever did and was finally glad to be no longer living in the shadows, hiding who he really was. It is here that Brock would reveal his sinister nature and his true self, where he transformed into a godlike form of carnage, telling the president that he killed this world's Eddie and assumed his identity in order to get close to him. Transforming back into Venom, Flash fought against the man asking who he was, where the symbiote told him that he was their son, and was jealous that on this world, the symbiotes were loved instead of feared. Despite his great power, Flash was no match for this version of Carnage, who pierced the man through the heart, leaving him dead on the White House floor, with this version of the United States is for the taking.